really contemplated on making this because I spoke about this in the rapper video about Mr. Rapper coming out, and now I don't know. It's it's I guess it's becoming a hot topic, and I can understand why because I'm talking about SpongeBob. As people don't know, it's Pride Month. So obviously, first things first. Um, Black Lives Matter. Even yes, Black Lives Matter was started by lesbians and all that. So, all that women that was part of the LGBT. But let's be real. Black issues have taken over Pride Month, and I feel like a lot of people, I feel like the LGBT is trying to kick their move back, or at least try to salvage what's left of it, and all that other stuff. Because by now, and you can take it how you want to, but by now, every fucking Twitter or every corporation that every corporation would have already put up like their fucking logo, but put rainbows in front of it, talking about we support LGBT. Now, whether they do or not, I know they do it just so they can get people off their fucking backs. I repeat this again. I'm pretty sure they do support LGBT and all their workers and stuff. But when I do see it, and the same thing with the Black Lives Matter shit. I know some of them are pandering, and this is for them. I know some of them are just pandering, and the other people is just, all right, I put this up so you would leave me the fuck alone. And they know they do that because people ask for the bare minimum. And this is kind of like, actually, the fact that SpongeBob kind of like LGBT and, uh, how can I say this? SpongeBob being LGBT and people finally coming out, I guess it segues in a topic I kind of want to talk about because I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, obviously because I wanted it for the millions. It was on Netflix, and then I was like, okay. Um, my ex girlfriend was like, "Are you going to watch Korra?" And I've never seen Korra. I've seen like a couple episodes and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. When I first seen Korra, I was like, okay, you got a female representative. Obviously, avatars can be male or female because it put that in the first one, so I didn't have a problem with that. Nor should you anyway. So I watched Korra. Korra was terrible. I'm gonna be real. There that Korra is not good, and a lot of people say that Korra is just not good as a performance. But a lot of people think that people don't like Korra because at the end it was confirmed she was in a lesbian relationship with another character. I can't fucking remember her name, and I just watched the show. That's how bad. But that show you how bad Korra, Legend of Korra is. Um, what do I think about SpongeBob being gay? It's one of those things where it's kind of iffy because there are episodes where he does a lot of feminine things. Now, I kind of just think of it as I like you've seen him, like the way he talks to Squidward. There's an episode where he was saying bye to everybody. He said bye to Squidward like twice, and Patrick said, "You just said bye to Squidward twice," and he goes, "I like Squidward." There's time you see him in dresses. There's time you've seen him like fucking he had I know there was one day he like had on lipstick and all that stuff and he had on lipstick and all that stuff. Basically you seen SpongeBob in drag. So with that being said, I find this odd because people did find this odd. There was something about Steven Hillenburg, the series creator of SpongeBob, made it clear that SpongeBob should never have a romance since he's asexual, as real life sea sponges are and are too innocent for it. Vincent Wallace said that SpongeBob getting a significant other was definitely on a Steve short list of no's. Okay. Do I think they're pandering, even though SpongeBob has done some suspect stuff in those cartoons. Do I think they're kind of pandering to the LGBT people? SpongeBob. Yes, I do. I don't fucking care. But if you ask me, are they pandering? Yes, I do think they're a pandering. Now, with that being said, I want to make this really clear. I do not, and I said this in a rapper, I do not have a problem with LGBT representation in children's cartoons, but I want you to do it right. I don't know if SpongeBob, well, I know that, everybody got that episode where he was like, when they raised the little baby clam and all that stuff, and SpongeBob was the mom and all that other shit. Yes. Which is funny because like, yeah, he's asexual and all that stuff, but it was supposed to they represented a traditional couple, like a man and a woman and a child. Like they could at least made that like same sex relationship, but SpongeBob made himself be a woman. Now, like I said, he's asexual. Some people could say it's like gender fluid. You can pass that off as gender fluidity and all that other stuff. But let's be real, that was a traditional man and woman and a baby marriage and all that other shit. So it kind of represented straight couples, but in a jokingly manner way. With that being said, I do not have a problem with LGBTQ representation in children's cartoons. Notice I said this in children's cartoons because in adult cartoons you do see it. There was one in Baby Blues. There was one in fucking Mission Hill where there was one in South Park. Obviously, Mr. Garrison, Mr. Slave, and all that shit. Those are adult cartoons. You kind of get away with it. People understand this shit. A lot of, but I know there are people that don't want that in children's cartoons. I think you should put that in there. All right, there are LGBTQ representations all around. They are going to learn one way or another. I fucking grew up with RuPaul. I knew RuPaul was a man. RuPaul used to scare the shit out of me. Let's be real, RuPaul's came a long way. RuPaul has come a long fucking way. But that's on another fucking note. This is what my whole stance on LGBTQ in the cartoons. First off, the story had to be good. Like I said about the Ratburn, Arthur when Ratburn got married, it was fucking lazy. And I will tell you again, I didn't mind him being married to a man, but the story was fucking lazy. And if anybody had done seen that episode, and I'm gonna just keep it short, Mr. Ratburn starts off saying he's getting married. They think he's getting married to a woman. A woman. Repeat that, a woman. So trying to look for the fiance. By the time they get to, they see this one other rat looking woman because Ratburn is a rat. So you see the rat looking woman. She was being berated and all that stuff. They was like, oh, this must be his fiance. If he gets married to her, he looks like he's gonna be miserable. By the end of the fucking cartoon, he's walking down an aisle with another man. And then you got Fresh, he's like, it's a whole new world. Okay, I watched that episode, I said, this is fucking lazy writing. And a lot of people was just, and same thing with Cora. Anybody don't watch Cora, at the end, basically she goes into like the spirit world with the female. I said, I said, wow. And I had to look at something like, now people try to say, and I think this is bullshit, you're looking at it through heteronormative eyes. And I said, that is fucking bullshit because I watch other shows that shows interest when a same sex get interested. It's the same way a fucking straight people fucking get interested. So don't get me. And I've had these talks with people too, and that's why. And most of those people that is for it, I feel like you just want a representation that'd be good. I've not seen She-Ra. I know there's LGBTQ representation in there. But I've also heard that show is not good either, by writing standpoint. I heard the show is not good. A lot of people say the show's not good. I'll watch it for myself, but You know, but but when it comes to writing, you have to have a character that's relatable, even if no matter what race, religion, or sex, the character has to be relatable and it has to be likable. All right, there are gay characters in other shows. Yes, there are adult shows, but there are gay characters in shows that I fucking like. Omar from The Wire, real good character. Um, the show Pose actually has, anybody that's seen Pose knows what Pose is. All right, my favorite character in it is obviously Pray Tell, Billy Porter's character. I think it's a real good Billy Porter, phenomenal actor. Those shows have very good right. Empire, Jesse Smollett, Jamal is a fucking good character. I say this all the time. Jamal is a real good character, and him, those are, and all of them are members of the LGBTQ. All right, those are all great, good characters, and a lot of good shows, and all that other stuff. So, some of them are really fucking good. They're represented well. They're written well. They're character wise. You kind of like want to see them win. All those, especially like Kratel, when he had AIDS, that shit hurt me. When they found out he had HIV and all that shit hurt me. I was like, why she be the motherfucker that gets it? He ends up getting it, hurt my fucking heart. I was like, God damn. But it had to be him. I understand. It was fucking AIDS. Excuse me. With kid shows, I understand some of them don't want to step on the boundaries, and a lot of them like afraid to put in because like in the comics, because someone's going to tell me in the comics, Cora has this relationship with old girl, and like that's where all the like talks about it. And I said that's good, but that's in the comics. What about TV? You're gonna like, and this is going on to the parents. You're going to have to explain this to your child one way or another. I do not think hiding it from your child is not the good answer because they're going to get answers from someone else, and depending on who they get it from, you may or may not like the answer. All right. So, with that being said, it's best you teach them yourself. Hopefully, you're not a hateful person that doesn't like LGBTQ, but if you can explain it, at least point it to someone, give at least direct them to someone that can in a nice manner that people can understand. There's no point of hiding that from kids. It's like they're going to find out. Like I said, I had a gay cousin that used to babysit me all the time. He didn't do nothing to me, but like he's trans now, transition, and I knew who the fucking Paul was. So obviously, I done seen gay shit my whole fucking life. I'm straight, and I'm straight. With that, so in conclusion, what do I think? Yes, I think they're pandering for money, but also like a lot of these companies do. They do it just so they can get a profit, or they know if they go against it, it fucking looks bad on their brand. So it's might as well. I might as well jump on this just so they'll leave us the fuck alone. It's just like here. Now, I say this as a black man. For those people that want that, I think that's lazy on y'all too. Because to me, you just accepting a character as gay and that's it is the equivalent of me as a black man seeing a black man on TV and he's fucking cooning. And he's all, oh yes, Hamasa and all that other stuff. And then I'm like, yo, why is he acting like a fucking coon and all that stuff? It's like, hey man, and they're just like, look, he's a black man on television. That'll be. It's like, no. And this is what I tell all the time, especially with shows like this, man. I don't mind him being gay or if, you also gotta want more. Like good quality coming from there because let's be real, a lot of the shows that does have LGBTQ represent, with the exception of Steven Universe, a lot of them are not that good. Korra wasn't that good. I've heard bad things about She-Ra, and a lot of people. And me personally, when I watched that episode of Rapper getting married, I thought that was a lazy fucking written episode. All right, I now when I tell you when I say this all the time, like he could be gay, but at least flesh his character out. All right, I understand. Like I understand. I don't understand the LGBTQ lifestyle, but I do understand that if I want someone to represent me as a character, I want to at least relate to him. At least want him to be a good character. Because I know there's like, especially like me as a black man in video games. It's not a lot of video games that black character leads, but the ones they do, I feel like they represent well. Lee from the Walking Dead series is a great fucking example. Um, and like to me, if he was anything less than that, I wouldn't have liked that show, or I wouldn't like that video game. And I feel, and I say this with LGBTQ. Some of them understand, some of them don't. But it's just like, especially because when they think we're straight splaining or some shit like that, or you're seeing it from a normative eye, it's like no, the written shitty. Like you should expect better work. Not just because he's just throw a fucking rainbow out there. You people throw rainbows and your shit. You know, but 'cause like I said, I don't expect big businesses to. They know that. Look, I just throw this on for a month. It's private. Just throw this on for a month. Say we support LGBTQ, and then they'll just leave us the fuck alone. Yeah, that's it. Same thing with these Black Lives Matter protests and all that. Oh, we support these Black Lives Matter protests and all that stuff. And you know they have a history of like doing like either racist shit or shit that goes against Black Lives Matter or Black Lives and all that other shit. So you just kind of like black people, we've been oppressed for so long. We can see and who's like who's not, who's genuine. So we're looking at it as like, yeah, with like the Starbucks shit. Like, oh, now you want to support Black Lives Matter when the fucking your money is like really fucking kiss my ass. So in conclusion, yeah, yes, even though SpongeBob has done some suspect shit in his shows, I do think it's pandering. But that's just my opinion. Some people, so I'm pretty sure they don't care. And so SpongeBob being gay, I don't really care for that. I really don't. Even though like the series creator versus making gay, like it was just like fucking. They already that's just bro. He didn't want a lot of things that they want to do to ruin the character, and Nickelodeon just say fuck it, and they just say fuck it, we'll do whatever we want with SpongeBob. So I'm gonna say this again. In conclusion, even though SpongeBob has done some suspect shit, I do think it's pandering. And I also think LGBTQ when it comes to characters in I do think LGBTQ should be represented in children's cartoons, but I also want them to be done in a way where it's written well and it's good in quality. I wouldn't accept anything less than good quality characters from children's shows if you're going to put them out there. All right. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let me know what y'all think. This is obviously the second video I put out. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.